Hey guys, I'm sorry. I had to jump and grab me a water real quick. Now I'm already started to get hot. I'm meant to have these piles set up. I'm meant to have everything set up. Of course, life does what it wants to do, and everything is doing what it wants to do. And yeah. Anyway, welcome. Y'all getting a real quick look at this new moon energy that is coming in tomorrow. Why? Because it's very important for this collective. All right. Many of us are stepping into new phases of life, new cycles at this time. And we need a little guidance, a little reassurance. All right. So if you're new to my channel, I'm Amina. And this is Soul Transforming Energy and Movement. But we ain't doing no movement today. So this is Soul Transforming Energy. Bear with me. I'm like all over the place because I hate when I plan on having things like ready and set up and then they're not the way I want them to be. So bear with me. All right. So I guess I'm going to set up the pick a pile live while you guys watch because it was supposed to already have been done and it's not. So for those of you who don't know, tomorrow is a new moon in the zodiac sign of Pisces. Okay. And new moons encourage new beginnings. It doesn't always mean jump right into something brand new. What it does mean is start to set intention, start to focus on what you want to bring in. That's new. This is the time to do the planning. This may be the time, if you already started doing planning work, to actually implement those plans. But if you haven't been doing any planning, this isn't saying jump up and do something new out of nowhere today. It's just saying that this energy is in preparation for some new beginnings. And this is the right time. The time is right to do it. So also, the 12th house of Pisces is the house of retreat and peace and calm and like knowing when to pull your energy back, knowing when to rest, knowing when to be in solitude, and things like that so that you can replenish your energy and do healing as necessary. I don't know why I drew my attention to this, so I'll sage a little. So that's also going to be a lot of what you may be feeling under the vibration of this. I don't know why my tongue got tied. Under the vibration of this new moon, you're going to be feeling the desire to maybe pull your energy back here and there from certain places that disturb your emotions. Like your emotions are going to be important. It's moon energy. What do you expect? So it's a good time for you to, well, you're going to feel the desire to anyway, to avoid anything that could trigger you emotionally in a negative way. Okay. Making sure I'm covering everything. So this specific new moon, I'm sorry, my son is distracting me. He's very loud in his room. I'm hoping my mic's not picking him up. I don't know what he's doing. Anyway, this new moon's energy is going to specifically have you looking at, for many of you, your environment, your home. Is it your sanctuary? Does it feel like a space where you can heal and relax and retreat? You might be looking at your relationships. Do they feel like that? You may want to avoid relationships that don't feel healing or comforting emotionally or give you the ability to be vulnerable. This is a time where how you feel is important. Okay. And that's always, I'm not saying that it's just a specific time. That's always, how you feel is always important, but now it's like to the point where you could sacrifice worrying about what others feel in order to focus more on your needs right now. All right. So let me put on my glasses so I could see. I want to give you all these 5 tips. I was looking into this moon's energy. And so I want to give you some tips like I usually do, my 5 tips for you guys. But just now, hold on. I'm gonna have to tell him to hush. Otherwise, I'm not gonna be able to focus for y'all. Give me 1 minute. All righty. Seems like this boy is making Pokemon movies with his Pikachu doll, and he tends to get a little intense. All right. So, 5 tips. 5 tips for this collective. And I always like to stress when I say this collective, because everything that applies for you guys might not apply for other people. All right. If you were drawn here, you're a part of this light family, and or at least the messages that we're receiving today, you're a part of this cipher here. Okay. So the first tip is to truly trust your heart, your dreams, and your feelings at this time. This is a time to let your intuition lead over. My son is still loud. Anyway, this is a time to let your intuition lead over logic. All right. Don't do the battles that we usually do when our heart is telling us to do something, or your feelings, your emotions are telling you to do something, or you dreams. It could even be dreams that you've had since you were a child. If you're just feeling guided towards these things at this time, the tip is to let your intuition guide you. Do not get into this logical, like this doesn't make sense thing, because that's where you're going to mess up. Not mess up, but you may end up having a slow start with your new beginnings. Also, indulge in connecting to spirituality and creative inspiration at this time. So this is Pisces energy and a new moon in Pisces, and the veil is going to feel very thin, like between us and the spirit realm at this time. So this is a good time to like be open to creative epiphanies, things that just come to you like, oh, I should be doing that. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Or called to do certain spiritual, maybe reading certain spiritual things, music, even meditating. Do it. All right. It's going to be ultra, ultra beneficial at this time. 3, set some intentions for the future or visualize as often as possible. We're going to do a little quick visualization. All right. But hey, it's not really going to be based on, I guess, intentions for the future. It's going to be based on whatever comes up in the collective read. But yeah, when you have time to yourself, find moments to sit and just visualize your intent. What do you want to see manifest? What do you want to come in at this time? Because if you're here, you have completed a cycle. So really, this is celebration time. You know, this is not a time to feel like anywhere in our lives we've messed up or anything. This is a time now to say, okay, new beginning, new slate. So number 4 is also a reminder that slowing up is not bad either at this time. Embrace stillness. Don't force anything at this time. Leave logic behind. If you feel like, oh, something should be happening this way, or something should be happening now, or they're saying no, spirit guides are saying no. Right now, the advice is to focus on alignment and receptivity, like just being open to receive and being in alignment with what you want to receive. So the more you're focusing on what you don't want, or whatever happened in the past, or whatever healing was done, rather than celebrating the new, the opportunity to start something or do something new, is going to keep you out of alignment with the new. It's going to keep you out of being receptive as well to what wants to come in. So that is strongly being stressed, that things are not going to be happening logically right now. All right. This is the time to allow certain seeds to grow in the dark. I don't know if y'all ever heard that term, but like some things just have to manifest without you knowing how, or seeing the way, or, you know, just making it happen. All right. Number 5, maintain healthy emotional boundaries and rituals for yourself. And that's not to say don't care about anybody else's feelings, but you know, right now at this time, you're going to be feeling a little emotionally sensitive. So like, that's not to say, and whenever people think emotions, they always think all the negative ones. That's not to say you're going to be feeling automatically emotionally like, oh, I just feel like crying, or I'm angry all the time. No, it can also mean like very emotional, where something can really touch you and take it, and you can really feel it over the top, very deeply, only to realize later, like, I kind of let myself go there in this energy, and intuitively I knew that maybe this was not I shouldn't have been going there. So I don't know if that made sense. I don't know if that was somebody personally, but yeah, there's something about also maintaining healthy emotional boundaries, like with yourself when it comes to dealing with other people, relationships, and also with I'm hearing like career opportunities and things that are going to be coming in. Because otherwise you're going to end up in commitments that, yeah, you just emotionally should not be open to. All right. And then with rituals, it's like things that soothe you emotionally, things that make you feel these things without you having to look for it outside of yourself. Like, how do you feel loved without having a loved one in your presence? How do you make yourself feel happy without literally being around other people who are funny? You know, finding your ritual. Mine, I got my little ones. Like sometimes if I'm feeling really low and I need immediate, like it's gonna make me laugh, I watch reruns of comedies like The Office. That's one of my go-tos. Martin used to be, but I think I watched them so much that I was like, ugh, now I can see the joke. Some of them are not funny to me anymore, but yeah. Have your go-to ritual at this time. And I would say for probably the next 5 days. All right. If you are a Gemini, a Virgo, a Sag, a Pisces, of course, an Aries, a Cancer, Aries here, a Libra, or a Capricorn, you are going to feel this time of this threshold crossing most intensely. Yay for us. Of course. Well, at least we're crossing the threshold, but we're going to be feeling this time most intense with emotions and this spirit realm. And they might all intertwine. You might feel certain things happening that feel spiritually ordained or called. You might feel certain emotions arise that feel spiritually ordained or manifested, so yeah, be prepared. All right. That moves me to the collective read. Then we'll do some breath work because I want to see what the collective reading is going to say our focus should be on. I got so many cards up here because I should have had the pick a pal set up. All right. So I have all moonology, all moon-based cards for the collective read because the pick a pal, I was not drawn to any moon cards. All like shaman, priestess, dragon energy, like the energy of fire for transformation, but also the enemy of the enemy. Whoa. The energy of the divine feminine. Yeah, and the divine feminine has a lot of enemies out there. Try to stifle her. But yeah, the energy of the divine feminine was coming through of creativity and giving birth to new things and stuff like that. So yeah. Let's see what the collective is going to be about. Move these out the way. I'm always working in this little corner. I need to move my desk out the corner, but I like to be by this window. I got to flip it around. All right. So I don't need this right now. So I want to find out what we as a collective need to focus on at this time. What could this new moon be signaling for us before we even get to the pick a pile, which is going to be based on a few questions I put together about this time for us as well. Well, there you go. All right. We have North Node, step out of your comfort zone, and a win-win outcome is forecast, full moon in Libra energy. All right. So there's some justice coming through. There's something that's coming into balance. But it's due to leaving behind some things in the past. So this to me for the collective is confirmation that we're stepping into some new territory, stepping out of the comfort zone. A lot of us might find we're doing things or we're going to have things coming into our lives right now that are kind of outside of the box for us. Maybe we wouldn't normally have this experience or have these things coming in. The moonology cards aren't really visually going to bring in anything, so I'm not really going to show them, but sometimes I do. This with the scales here really gives me the energy that something is about to come into balance. All right. Something unexpected is about to balance out in our lives right now because of passing. I didn't mean to say passing. I was going to say overcoming something, like stepping into this new cycle, but I almost was about to say passing some kind of test. So there was some kind of test before we crossed over into this new threshold that I'm feeling is now putting us into this new energy that's outside of familiar territory. All right. A new start is coming. New moon, literally. I have to show it. Well, there's the confirmation. Yeah. So it's like a clean slate, just getting confirmation, a time for healing, balsamic moon. So it just feels like a time to really just celebrate a period of healing that we've come through. And if you don't feel it yet, if you're feeling like, I still feel a little out of whack, just know that things are currently balancing themselves out. Bottom of the deck, what aren't we seeing coming in? The answers you need are coming. The end of a tough cycle approaches. Your commitment is being tested. Stop playing with me. And I just said test. Commitment is being tested to some kind of desire, vision, or dream. That was the test. So the end of a tough cycle is coming. And if you don't see it now, there's confirmation for the collective that the answers you need to know that you did the right things, made the right moves, and the newness is coming in now. They're coming in. It's coming. All right. Don't let pride get in the way. Prosperity lies ahead. There you go. Now, for some of you, it may be time to make some moves. I am seeing be bold to make the first move at the bottom of the deck. So if there's anything that you feel like has been dragging, and you feel like it's on your end, the reason why there's procrastination or something, you should make the first move. But if you're involved in something that's just flowing, and that could be a career, that could be a relationship, that could be any situation that just feels like you're riding a wave, keep riding it. Don't start trying to steer yet, is what I'm hearing. All right. And that might have been, again, for specific people and situations. Take it how it resonates. Let me continue with the moonology before I jump into Black Moon Lilith energy. What else we got for the collective? Now, this gives more advice. Let me look at the messages here. All right. Any other messages about this? Ooh, dang. No, we're going to shuffle. Ooh, about this new moon energy tomorrow in Pisces. Yo, I'm going to be honest with y'all. I initially thought the new moon was today. So maybe Spirit was like, you need to get on and do that reading today. Because I really thought it was today initially when I planned to do the read. And then as I'm putting together my information and doing my research and seeing what info I feel resonates for this collective, I kept looking at the date and I'm going, why are you saying the 18th? That must be Pacific time. That's not Eastern Standard. And then I checked and I was like, yes, it is. So it's actually tomorrow. But Spirit said no, but your collective at least needs an advance notice because some of them have already been feeling the energy of it. So let's go. We have cut your losses, moon in detriment. So here's our first message with this new moon energy. Some of us may still be feeling the after effects of what we had to leave behind in the last cycle. This is where you're going to be feeling a little bit of a push to flow on. You reach the top of a mountain and we might be feeling a little lonely right now, but Spirit is like, cut your losses because trust me, those things, people or places that you had to cut, you would not be chilling at the top of the mountain right now with those things. Nope. What else we got? Embrace uncertainty. That we keep hearing. Plant them seeds in the dark and just let them grow. Because this right now, this threshold, this obstacle, whatever this was, we crossed over now. There's no telling what's coming in. It's actually a clear slate. And they want you to actually embrace that energy of not knowing what's coming in. Instead of doing our usual panic shit where we start trying to force stuff to happen or start questioning things and then we shift out of alignment with what was coming in. Yeah, we're not trying to repeat cycles. We've done that for a few decades now. Face your fears. Cold moon. It is so much with fear and uncertainty and being worried about what's being left behind. All these crescent shaped moons. I'm gonna pull two more. Boundaries. Out of bounds moon. We already got told set up those boundaries. This is almost like a confirmation of what was already said at the time for the collective. Process your feelings. Howl at the moon. Let those emotions come to the surface. That's what you're supposed to be following at the time. At this time, your feelings, your heart. Saying set up boundaries and stuff like that doesn't mean stifle how you feel. You know, it's just meaning respond instead of react. You know, okay. So process your feelings at this time because they are going to rise to the surface. Bottom of the deck. Know we have protection. Ring around the moon. Being protected at this time. So I do see there is possibility of losses, not wanting to be lost. So we are getting assurance, protection at this time. There may be things, places, people that you want to release. That would kind of it would kind of blocks. But I see avoid drama. I see strength. I see moon called meant to be. Whatever had to be released, and look, they look devastated on the side. Whatever you had to release, you had to release. It was meant to be. Drama made, they might try to bring drama. They might try to say, hey, what's happening? But even though divine feminine energy is coming through strong at this time, at the bottom of the deck is strength, the yang moon, which is the masculine side of the moon's energy. And what these people don't know is you're being protected at this time, but you are also very strong. We have come through quite a lot. And if they come with any drama, yeah, you be all right. We're going to be all right. We're going to sit in that energy that you don't even have to say anything and they'll know. Okay. So yeah, could slow down at this time. Make time to have fun, play, celebrate this new energy. Now let me shut up because we didn't get all that advice. But I just feel the energy of like somebody going and looking back, only looking back to say, oh, look at the bullets I dodged. Some of you may have had experiences with certain people. You saw a certain way. You saw them reveal like unexpectedly. Shoot, a fool you had a moment, Porsche guy. We gonna say, I ain't saying no names, but yeah, and I had my moment. Somebody still telling me lies, don't know that I know something, I seen something about them. So like, this is gonna be on them times right now where you're gonna be looking and going, whew, okay. That's why that wasn't manifesting. That might even be happening with jobs. You might be looking, or somebody call you from a job you used to be at, you was mad, you had to walk away from, and they telling you how hellish it is. It's like, dodge that bullet. That's going to be the energy now, not trying to return backwards. Okay. No going backs. At this point, I feel like, and I keep saying, oh, if the old comes into your life and it's renewed, then okay. But a lot of the old, for a lot of us in the collective, it's too late, baby. Now it's too late. Yeah, even in the new people. So yeah, a lot of people you're gonna discover even when they're showing up, trying to show up in the way that they should have before you completed your transformation, you're gonna feel like it's too late now. You might be on to something bigger and better. And that's what I'm feeling for the collective. Like advice coming through, full moon in Aries, cool your emotions, full moon in Aquarius, be real. Last quarter moon in Leo, lighten up. Pretty much like just keep it moving. Cool your emotions. Stay real with people around you and what you're seeing and being real with yourself. Because for a minute, sometimes you want to lie like, did I see that? Did I hear that? Did that happen? And it's like, yeah, it did. But once you realize that, spirit is like, lighten up, focus elsewhere, be proud of yourself. Take a reality check. And when I see take a reality check, and it's full moon in Capricorn, Cap energy is like about ambitions and career and where you stand in society, building your kingdom and things like that. And I feel like they're almost saying be proud of yourself and take a reality check. It's like, really stop and look at the top of another mountain again. Stop and think about how far you've come. These are all like last quarter moons and full moons, which are endings pretty much right before the new moon comes in. So pretty much it's confirmation that cycle completed. Now, lighten up, unleash your kindest self at the bottom. Know your worth. Yep. And keep your heart open is reversed. So I do feel the advice there is that, keep your heart open. There may be a lot of guards going up now when it comes to that. Even when it comes to just disappointment in regular things you might desire and opportunities. They're saying keep your heart open. Things are shifting. Things are coming in. Lastly, let me look at the vibe of us. How have we leveled up as a collective? This is Black Moon Lilith, Cosmic Alchemy Oracle. Just looking for one card. Oh, shoot. Look at that. Just looking for one card. Poof. Okay. Putrefaction. God, I hate it. Putrefaction. Shadow release. Wow. Shadow release. Completely bare bone. And I'm going to read you the message in the book for this one. Gate open behind us. Sand on top of the world. Crown on top of the head. This better be a dope message. Okay, putrefaction. I'm mad that word's messing me up. Former English major. So how you view the world is how you view yourself. When the putrefaction oracle card shows up, it's time to face the difficult shadows within you and become conscious to what you are projecting into the world. All right. So now it is time for your untamed true nature that you hide from the world to feel safe and accepted in your environment. It's time for the authentic side of yourself that's hidden by a mask to protect yourself when you experience trauma or challenges to come out. This card calls for you to do inner work around how you perpetuate suffering in your own reality, which has to do with focusing on shortcomings, pain, trauma, and angst. And make sure you're not projecting this onto others and just to your outer world, like expecting to experience this in other people and situations all the time. All right. Blah. Okay, that's interesting. So it's also speaking of, at this time, being able to really alchemize the energy that's coming towards us as well. Because as you purge and integrate dark and light within you, you start to radiate certain energies that's going to attract the attention of people who haven't done that work on themselves. And so putrefaction. Oh my God, putrefaction also has to do with the fifth phase of alchemy, one of the most emotionally challenging because it requires an honest look within. It means you have to take moments of shadow and find a way to cleanse through it. Also, while doing that and dealing with other people's shadow that's coming at you, maybe their jealousy because you're able to alchemize this light and dark, and use it to your benefit. I feel like I'm tongue-tying, but I hope this is making sense. So it says, use your life as a spiritual practice and start to release unconscious patterns. Doing so will create space for new, healthy patterns. So that's what's happening at this time. You may find you're going to be purging unhealthy patterns, unhealthy people, and learning how to deal also, because you can't completely avoid shadow energy. How are you going to avoid that and go out into the world? So at this time, you've leveled up collective to where now we're not just going to be completely covered and shielded all the time from dealing with shadow, but we're going to learn how to alchemize it, how to use it sometimes. Like, for example, an alchemist would use a moment walking into a room when people are looking at, you got, jealous, hating, Look at your light. And use that moment to cleanse their shadow, okay, through releasing others' opinions, letting those opinions roll off of you, and maybe opinions you've had of other people. So it's about being an alchemist now and not just running from shadow, but learning how to work with it. That's deep. That's deep. I wanted something a little bit more simple, straight to the point. It's at the bottom: fermentation, patience, and maturity. So we are about to reap what we have sown due to patience and letting things grow, and also growing ourselves. Notice we're standing in the sack of the harvest. So I feel like that energy is also saying we have also grown in no time. Right? Okay. And I hate saying things like, now it's our time, because then you start looking for it, and that's when everything messes up. You start looking around like, it's my time, but I'm not seeing it. So it's not my time. What's she talking about? Don't look for it. This is a time of intuitive knowing. Okay. And I feel like just jumping into this pick a pile, but we're going to take 4 deep grounding breaths. And what I want you to do in this moment right now is think about something that you are afraid to receive, because that's what's going to come in now. Okay. That's what's coming in. That's what, for this collective, think about something you really wanted and write it in the comments if you feel to share. Think about something you really, really want. And you might have wanted it for a long time, but you felt like you couldn't get it. And know in your heart that if you actually really got it, that there may be a little bit of you that's like, am I ready? Am I really ready? That's what I want you to breathe in and exhale out those fears right now. But I'm not saying completely chuck the fears, because the fear is what's going to motivate you. The fear is what's going to push you, because the ego don't like fear. And we're about to move into Aries energy next month. Well, towards the end of this month. So fear sometimes gets the ego to say, all right, no, we're going to do this. We got to make this happen. I ain't scared. So let's take some deep breaths and sit in something that brings you fear. Okay. You know what's crazy? We probably got the same fear, girl. I swear. Sometimes I think to myself, and I mean, I really, what you are saying you want, I want it. And a part of me is like, if I get it, I'm a little afraid. Will I be able to balance both? Can I balance both? Or will I fumble one? Or, and that gets in the way of receiving it, because it pretty much is going to arrive in the way that you align with it. If what you need is something that's going to be able to balance with your career and things like that, then that's what's going to come in. But the fears is what messes it up. So yeah, let's breathe in our intent, what we want at this time, and breathe out the fear, the feeling of fear. And a lot of time it'll sit right here in the solar plexus, right here in that stomach area. You'll start to feel like, So breathe the fear out in that area, and breathe just a lightness, like of trust, in through the heart, even through the crown. Like connect to spirit and just feel like, everything is aligning for me. And breathe out any feelings of it's not. Give it a color. I like to give toxic energy a color. I'll give it ash sometimes. Like it comes out ash. Something I burnt away. I purified that. Now I could use that for motivation and not procrastination. All right. So close your eyes, sit comfortably. Doesn't matter how you sit right now, as long as you're comfortable. You could be walking. No, you couldn't be walking, because your eyes need to be closed. You can be sitting anywhere right now where you feel safe and relaxed. All right. Close your eyes. Let's take a deep breath in through your mouth. Focusing on that intent that brings you fear, and exhale out the fear. One more time. In fact, we're going to do that 3 more times. Take another deep breath in. Connecting to this desire that brings you fear, but not feeling the fear. Exhale it out. Let it go. It's nothing to be afraid of. You're protected, you're guided, and anything that comes in, you're in alignment with it, and you're ready for it. Take another deep breath in, sitting in that mindset. I'm ready for it. God doesn't send me anything I cannot handle. That's why I'm still here. Exhale. Any doubt? And take another deep breath in. Filling up with that light and love in your heart center and in your crown chakra, connecting to the spirit realm. You are okay. Take a deep breath out. Even let out a sigh of relief. We stepped over a threshold, y'all. We have overcome something. All right. Took us a long time to get through it. Open up your eyes. You know, took us quite some time. If you are here in this collective, you are not here with ease. You know what I'm saying? We did not get here with ease. All right. And now what I'm hearing is this is our time of ease. That's what I'm hearing from the spirit realm. This is the time of ease. And yeah, we can actually relax. And you know, it's sad because some of us have been so traumatized by the journey of the light workers that we are scared to relax. It's like, what? I can relax now. I relaxed like years ago. The last time I thought this was my time, or this is my year. It just seemed like it was my moment, but it didn't last. But Spirit is like, shut up, because momentum from all of them times has led to here. It's like snowball. And what's happening now is the snowball is slowing down so there's no overwhelm. And that, I'm just channeling this, y'all. I'm literally seeing like a snowball going down what looked like it was going down a hill really fast. So like the last year might have felt like a whirlwind, like, oh my God, people coming and going in and out my life, situations I thought were going to be forever over, you know, things like that happening right now. I mean, last year. And now as you're entering this year and this new cycle, it's like the snowball is slowing down. The mountain's not so steep because the plateau, the new horizon that you're about to hit, we are about to hit as a collective. It feels like it could be overwhelming. It can be overwhelming if not ready, if we're not properly prepared for it. So things are slowing down so that you can assess, so that we can understand how we got here, why it's good that we are here, and what the next step is. What do you want to do next? Where are we going next? Okay. Otherwise, we might feel like, holy moly, what's happening? Too many things at one time. Okay. Everything, just think of it like this. And this is what they're showing me. So be mad at our guides if they slip up, or be mad at yourself if you fall out of alignment. But what they're showing me at this time is like everybody's desires, things that you felt like can't happen. It's not going to happen. Could be stuff from your youth, even dreams that was like, I don't see it manifesting. There's been so much resilience, used, and not just resilience of physical, like getting through stuff for this collective, but they're showing me like resilience when it comes to emotional stuff, mental stuff, things that might have set somebody else, not say we're better than everybody else, but things that would have set other people off completely. Like, you know, we are here standing, and some of us might have therapists, some of us might have spiritual guides. Even us spiritual guides got spiritual guides. Some of us might have our little coping mechanisms here and there, but we're still here, and we're still doing light work. We're not here now bitter and angry. Like, I've been through all this shit. Now y'all want me to still smile and pray for everybody? No, we're here like, all right, what's next? I mean, done all this much. I mean, something got to come all of this. And most of us, it's just not in us. Like, whenever I want to be vindictive and vengeful, I can't. And I want to be, because people have no problem giving it to me, you know, being like, oh, you didn't do what I wanted you to do, so I'm going to do this to you. You know, people have no problem. But for me, I'm always like, I don't know. You know, should I want to do that, but it don't, you know, I want to do that. But, you know, and we're different. And then if we are able to get ourselves to do it, we feel bad about it. Yeah, I did it, and now I feel bad. Now, you know, I probably shouldn't have done it. Now I'm going to beat myself up really bad. So now, yeah, and it becomes stupid. So, yeah, I don't know where that message came from. Guess we needed it. Let's get into this picker pile. Like, shoot, let me take a sip of water, too. Yeah, I see what they're talking about with this thin veil of this Pisces new moon. Now, I have questions I wrote, and I'm trying to find a way to squeeze my notebook in here off camera so I can see them. Okay, here we go. Is that going to cause like a big shadow? Whatever. All right, I'm going to hold up the cards anyway so y'all see what's up. It's just going to have to lay it like that. All right, bet. So this is going to be a 3-pile pick a card. If you pop out and pop in and you pop into a group, that might be your group. If you're patient, like the moon card said to be, you wait for your group. If it's not number one, you feel drawn to. I'm not going to do a different order. Sometimes I'll do that. I'll switch it up. But today, if you pick one, you're going to go first. If you pick two, you're second. If you pick three, you're the third group to go. In regards to any questions today, I'll see how I feel when I finish. They said, check your energy. Okay. Even for donations. Right now, I got to check my energy when I get to the end. All right. So you're going to choose your pal according to one of these cards I'm going to show you from the Smoke, Ash, and Embers deck. And we'll go from there. I'm going to set up the pals as I do each group. So group number one is going to be, I want y'all to spit out a card for me. All right, there we go. Is that one? Oh, it sure is. All right. So, all right. Group one is the Emperor. Okay. If you feel drawn to that card, your message from the energy of this new moon is going to be in that pile. If you feel drawn to, let's get another card out here. I'll just take you. You're sticking out. If you're drawn to the King of Cups, a lot of masculine energy coming through, divine masculine too. This is pile two. A lot of you guys, I'm really feeling a lot of stuff with either relationships or career, literally those two things. I'm not really feeling a lot with family, home, even though I feel like that's going to come with everything, with those two things, but it's really giving that. All right, let's see, pile three. Wow, pile three, like more than one card flipped, but I'm going to take the top one. All right, yeah. 7 of Pentacles. The 7 of Pentacles. Okay. So if you feel drawn to this card, or even the number 3, your message is in that pile. All right. Cool, girl. I'll hold it down for you. All right. Oh, and there's another card flipped up. This must be a random message. 9 of Swords has flipped over. This isn't even going to be a pal. Okay. So choose the pal you feel drawn to. I'm going to jump right in with pal number 1. I feel drawn to all of them. All right. So we got the Emperor for pile 1. I'm going to tell you now, if you were drawn to pile 1, you're about to be in some kind of boss energy, some kind of leadership position. And if you're not, you're meant to be. But I'm really hearing being seen and your voice being really important. What you have to say or how you're saying it, you're meant to not be quiet at this time. That's what I'm hearing. If you have anything to say, it is meant for you to speak your truth at this time. Okay. And that's coming straight from your ancestors. They are like, it's time now. I don't know what you've been doing, but it's time for you to lead. And that's crazy because the top card, the first card is supposed to be your advice. I was going to tell you guys the advice last. And this just came out. Like, that's how serious they are. This is supposed to be your card, advice about moving forward. And pretty much those that were drawn to group one, your advice is immediate. You are in boss energy. If you're not feeling it yet, if you're not feeling like it's time for me to start my own business, it's time for me to, I don't know, some of you, it could even be a mate coming in that feels like a father energy or figure or a boss energy. But it's just, the advice for you at this time is lead. All right. Stand in your power. Lead. Okay. Do not let any distractions come in. Why are these cards already flipped over? That was odd. Okay. So what we got here? All right. So something about to manifest for you due to completing this cycle, and you have horned cactus with resourcefulness. This is an oracle deck. So I use these pictures to give me intuitive messages. And my power ones, you're about to just realize how much you are just able to find your needs within. And I'm also hearing what you need all around you. It's like the cactus has its own water. You know, a cactus is able to survive in extreme heat and things like that. So I'm just getting a feeling from you that you're going to realize you're able to adapt. The things you've gone through are going to now come into play. And so I feel one of the things that are going to manifest for you is a lot of people you've helped in the past are going to come and be a resource for you now. I feel like they're going to be helping you at this time. And at the same time, you may end up actually still being a blessing and a help in their lives. At the bottom, in the hand, the universe is your partner. Didn't I say I felt like people coming in to help? You're getting assistance at this time. So people that you've assisted, even just the work, I'm hearing for some of you that you've done in this world at this time, God is sending back. Those blessings are coming back. Okay. All righty. What else we got for my ones? How have y'all leveled up? How have my group ones leveled up this week? Entering this new vibe, this new vibration. How are you leveling up into this new vibration? My ones, you have adjustment, looking back, moving forward. I just gave y'all a lecture about that. Looking back, seeing where you dodged them bullets and keeping on moving forward. All right. So you have leveled up this week in that you're able to do that. Maybe at one point, my ones, you would look back and you would either try to pull what you're leaving behind along, or you start to feel bad and you go back. Okay. Now you're learning how to look back and make the adjustments necessary to move forward, to complete your healing. We have idyllic times coming in for you. The garden, paradise. Things are just about to really feel good. For some of you, I see a move to some place that just feels like paradise or a vacation, but that's the level up coming in for you, my ones. Stepping into this leadership energy, this boss energy is bringing a transformation for you where you're going to start to really feel things adjusting to match this new energy you stepped into. One that feels like it's filled with a lot of wisdom based off of past experiences. Now your paradise is about to come in because you've released what was necessary, what was in the way. All right. So where are you headed in this new cycle or phase of life? Like as a person, I'm using for that question the Dragon Riders Oracle. Where are my group of ones? I love dragon energy. I'm a fire sign. What you expect? Okay. So you got Metatron, Archangel Metatron, and Astania coming through. So what I'm hearing for you is in this new cycle, as a person, you are becoming more sincere and fearless. And that's your advice, all right, as well. There's no point in pretending or changing yourself for other people. And my group ones, you ain't doing that no more. Yep. That's where you're headed in this new cycle and standing in your truth, who you truly are. You have Archangel Metatron's energy behind you. And That's going to give you an energy of really being fearless. So I do see my power ones really stepping into this new that could be bringing some fear. Okay. I feel like it's y'all have no choice. It's like, I'm here and the time is now, whatever. Okay. All right. So the last thing I'm going to ask for my group ones is, there's something you need to know right now. Just some random advice from your spirit team, your ancestors, whoever you talk to. If it's only God, let the energy of the divine come through for them and give them some advice. I mean, that they need to know. Just need to know right now. All right. Let me take some that are sticking out for me. Okay. You got the Four of Cups. Queen of Dragons reversed. That's the Queen of Wands. The Devil reversed. Thank God it's reversed. We have the Five of Cups, and I'm going to pull from the bottom. And the Three of Dragons, which is the Three of Pentacles. Okay. This one to come off. I'll take it. The Two of Dragons. Okay. So this is a fun deck I'm using here. This is the House of Dragons deck, which I am a fan of the show. But the cards are kind of boring. They don't use as much as the characters as I was hoping. It's like a lot of dragon eggs and cups. But anyway, my group ones. That's something you need to know right now. Excuse me. You have somebody obsessing over you. Somebody you might have freed yourself from. Somebody that wants to work with you, that they see you growing and expanding without them. And it might be a feminine energy. This feels like a feminine energy. You might have been, maybe they just didn't turn out to be what you thought, or they disappointed you in some way. Feels like an older woman with the queen energy coming through. At one point, you might have really felt bonded to this person, like you owed them something, like a godmother or mother figure. But then some kind of reality set in where you realize you had to free yourself from this person. Maybe they wanted to hold you back. Maybe they were projecting on you. I'm getting there was a desire to collaborate. At one point, maybe you wanted to really work with this person or be in their good graces. And they kind of was like, And now that you've pulled away, this person is, I don't know why they're coming through now, but they must really be thinking about you at this time. So what is the advice? Keep on moving. Two of Pentacles, the Moon reverse. This person might try to come sauntering back in because they're going to be at their feelings possibly around this time. Maybe they'll see something about you online. But my ones, your advice is keep growing, keep expanding. The past for you, anybody you had to walk away from, what I'm hearing for you, my group ones, is you gave people multiple chances. Anybody you had to cut off had many a chance to amend things. And now that you have healed from the fact that they did not, they see your glow up. And a lot of them are going to want to come back. Okay. Many of them it's a no-go because a lot of them are coming back because they want to feed off your energy. They don't want to do the work. They're like, oh, look at Power One. I don't know what they did, but they look good. Let me hit them up. They always cool, don't matter when the last time I spoke to them, they're nice. They're cool beans. But this time, yeah, be cool beans. But yeah, this time, yeah, it's not gonna be the same thing. Not gonna be the same thing. All right. So, or it shouldn't be. All right, so that's what I got for you, my group ones. I hope that resonated. If it did, give me a thumbs up. Let's get these likes up. Okay. Show me you love me without telling me, okay? And if you're new to the channel, remember to subscribe. This is apparently your light family here. What's up? Okay? Read the description. Tells you about other ways we could vibe. If you think you might want a guaranteed card pull at the end of this, regardless of my energy, then do an energy exchange by sending a donation. It tells you how to do it in the comments. So, in the description. All right. Sending y'all so much light and love on your journey. I am now moving on to my group twos. If you are drawn or you're just joining me for the King of Cups, there is something very important coming in at this time for you. Power One, it felt like your fear that's arising at this time is looking like a career-based thing where you're going to be like, oh my God, I almost want to say I'm a star. But my twos, this is, and I'm sorry, ones, I don't know, you almost feel like both, like the career and the relationship. My twos, you're giving straight up fear of a relationship, of actually getting this emotionally stable feeling, just feeling emotionally stable, creatively, because the King of Cups is like gonna feel like creative minded and thinking, because he's so like at peace and chill. And I'm saying he because it's saying king, but you know, fit it how it resonates. But this is like a fear of actually attaining that. And the advice, this being your advice card, since I did the first pal's advice first, this being your advice card is being receptive to the energy of just real love and believing that it's possible. And I'm seeing for this pal options. 1, 2, 3. How many fish is that jumping up in the sea? Look, like 3 fish. You might have like 3 options coming in the next few days that you're going to feel like, what? And all of them may be professing some kind of real feelings. But I'm feeling like you've done a lot of work, or you're completing some kind of heart healing. And you're really going to be discerning at this time. The advice is to be discerning. Okay. Sit in that love energy. Be open to it. You see, they're not guarded. You know, they're looking at the fish like, okay, maybe. Okay. But he's not jumping right in either. It's watching. So the advice at this time for you is to use discernment when it comes to matters of the heart, and continue to heal your heart by loving on you and putting your energy into anything that you feel inspired by right now. Okay. Whew. Love energy overwhelmed right there. That's what I'm feeling, where you might feel like you're going to have, like you're questioning it. Maybe you've never had sincere, my pal twos, like somebody sincerely love bombing without manipulative intent. And that's kind of what this is giving. Not because people make love bombs out to be so negative. And a love bomb isn't negative. If somebody's feeling this overwhelmed amount of emotions for you that they just feel like pouring it on, hey, I'm here for it. All I ask for is sincerity. Just be real with me, you know? So this is going to be coming in real, but I feel like you've had this in the past where it was used to manipulate you emotionally, and it could have you hesitant. Like, but Spirit is saying, be hesitant. Don't be afraid. There's a difference. When you're afraid, you start to cut off the energy. Now you're not receptive or open to anything. But when you are more using discernment, it's not fear, it's wisdom. Okay. And that's what they're saying. Okay. That's their advice to you at this time. Use that wisdom. Okay. I don't know why I want to pull another card for y'all from this deck. But I am. So I meant to just look at the bottom. Y'all got the moon showing up at the bottom. Everybody want to come forward with some feelings. This is the moon upright. So yeah, you're going to be experiencing some, either your emotions or somebody else's emotions coming towards you that might have been beneath the surface. That might be for some of you, not all of you. That card jumped out really quick. So I was going to ask something about to manifest for you due to completing this cycle, and that card shot out. Refusal of the call. Dream thief. What is that? My pal twos. Spirit is coming through to say you've been called multiple times. You've had multiple opportunities to either have the career of your dreams, the love of your dreams sometimes, for some of you, and that you allowed your fears and maybe even other people, for some of you, to come in and blindside you. Some of you just ignored the call, like, I don't know, that road looks scary. And I went down scary road last time and it didn't end well for me, so I'm not going to do that. And that was actually your call. So what's coming in, what's about to manifest for you because you completed a rough cycle, is that dream that you didn't answer. Some kind of call, some kind of dream that you had an opportunity for that maybe you felt was stolen from you. Maybe you felt like the opportunity was just taken, or maybe you were in a relationship where the person cheated and chose someone else, or a job position where someone else got put above you, promoted or paid more, and you know you did more of the work, but you didn't take the risk that were necessary in order to get that spot. What they're saying is not necessarily you missed the call, but that you refused. Maybe out of fear, you hesitated over the top. And that's why I guess the hesitancy here is being shown as wisdom now, and that before it was allowing your dreams to be taken from you. So some dream is going to come back around that you might have felt was taken from you. Maybe some of your, I keep hearing a relationship, a love of your life, and maybe somebody came in the midst of it, the other person, the third party, and you feel like that was taken from you at a time where you were supposed to have that. Or it could even be a career dream position you loved. It's just something that you feel was taken from you is coming back around, and it was taken only because you still had some fears around it. Maybe you didn't trust it. You didn't believe it was what it was anyway. So that's deep, my twos. Okay, take that how it resonates. All righty. So let's see how you've leveled up. I'm not here to give y'all no hand spankings. I just had to tell y'all the messages as they come. All right. So how has my group twos leveled up this week, entering a new vibe? And I'm using some divine feminine oracle cards to give me an idea, because I feel that energy big time under this moon. Okay, how have you leveled up this week, my twos? As you enter this new energy, this new cycle. Wow, my twos. Your perception is going to be very on point. How you perceive things this week. Hey, oh yeah, yes, live boo. And it's not a recorded and live premiere. I'm here. Oh gosh. Okay, so my group twos. Telepathy. And that's how you have leveled up this week, entering this new vibration. Your perception, how you communicate, your ability to transmit what you're thinking and feeling. I told a story on Facebook recently. I was talking about how energy could speak for itself, and it was hard to watch because I'm eating stuff in my mouth. But this week, that's going to be y'all vibe, my twos. That's how you're leveling up, entering this new moon energy this week. It's like you're going to really be able to transmit your thoughts. You might be able to think of someone and they hit you up. They reach out to you. I don't know. You're just going to really be crisp on point with things. Trust your gut this week. Trust everything you are feeling. And if you feel like you're thinking of somebody and you put a message out there in your mind to them, trust they're getting it. And if you're sitting and thinking of someone and you start to feel like you're hearing a message back, trust they're thinking of you. I'm just getting at my twos. You're very much going to be feeling the spiritual leveling up this week. All right. I like this card. So I'm going to show it to y'all again. I think it's hot. Okay. So let's keep it moving. Where are you headed, though, as a person in this new cycle? What's going to be your energy? Let me go to my Dragon Riders Oracle. Who are my twos becoming? I just felt like that's the only card y'all needed. Did I pull two for the other one? I don't know. Spirit said you did, but go with what we are going with. We're going with it. All right. So my group twos, where are you headed in this new cycle or phase of life as a person? Y'all telling me here. I saw this card and I put it back in. So I guess they said, this is the one. Y'all got Kuan Yin coming through and Susuri, which is the name of the dragon. The time for the highest divine love has now come. This palace is something with love, a love relationship. So you are 100% in your divine feminine energy. My group twos, group one, not to say if you're still here, not to say you weren't. I feel like you're in your divine feminine, but now they're telling you divine masculine is also balancing out. So it's time for some action. You are in your divine feminine. You're going to have a lot of love energy coming in now with this new cycle of life. The time for the highest divine love has now come. Be open and gentle in every life situation. That's what the time is for you now. It's time for you to get that divine love. Oh, I like that. I love that for y'all. All right. So that's where you're heading in your new phase of life. I feel like there's a partner coming in that you don't see, and it's going to come through some options. So you have to use some discernment. It's going to test your wisdom. Like, did you learn through that prior cycle that you complained all through? Now we got you here. You're here. You got yourself here. But now, was it all worth it? Or do you need to go back and repeat? So I do feel like you have expanded. I do feel like it could also be, look at this pink, and it's matching the same energy, something that you felt was taken from you. A lot of you in my group twos might have been divorced or might have gone through a divorce. It's just something is coming back around. They're saying that wasn't your person. That's what I keep hearing. That wasn't your person. That was your person for a project. It's like, that's what they're, and I'm sorry, y'all, I'm trying to translate your guides, my guides. I'm hearing project, like, but I feel like maybe you guys either had to do something career-wise together or you had children, and that was what was necessary. But my pal twos, they're saying the real one is coming back around. Okay, it's coming around. Some of you, it might be an ex coming back around. Okay, might be somebody you kicked to the curb. So you have to use discernment, or somebody that didn't choose you the first time when they had the chance. All right, twos, y'all need to hear that. All right, so let's keep it moving. Something you need to know now. Let's get you some advice from your spirit guides. I'm going to my House of Dragon deck. All right, what do my pal twos need to know right now? Some advice from their spirit team, whichever spirit team that is, of light. These are stuck together. I guess I'll take them. I'm like, they're forcing me to. Okay. So you got the Page of Blades, Page of Swords, the Four of Tankards, which is cups, the Nine of Crowns. It's the Nine of Crowns. I thought that was Pentacles. That might be swords. I'm checking the book though. And you have the Lovers coming through. And the Ace of Blades. That's swords. Okay. So crowns, that is Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, the Hanged Man. All right. So something you need to know right now. There's a choice you're going to have soon. You might feel like at the bottom of the deck, we got the Hanged Man and the Two of Swords. You might have been feeling like, you know, things haven't been moving when it comes to maybe it's a specific person. This is something that you don't see coming that they want you to know about. Somebody that's felt like they've been stolen on y'all. My pal twos. Haven't been making it a choice. There's Two of Swords. They might have even hurt your feelings with it, with their delay. There's Three of Swords here. 10 of Swords. This person can't hurt you no more. And they are about to awaken to the fact that you've done some healing. We got Judgment here. So there is, from my twos, somebody from your past that's awakening now. Maybe to how they hurt you or something they did to you. You got somebody from the past that want to try to turn back around. I feel like you kind of shoved them to the side now, my twos. Be wary. All right, so that was a side note. That's at the bottom. That's something you don't see. Now, what's going to be on the surface that you need to know right now, some advice, it still looks like some communication coming in. Page of Swords here with the Nine of Cups. Somebody that sees you as their wish fulfillment is going to be reaching out. And this is direct. You need to know that. Somebody's going to reach out soon. They see you doing your thing. Maybe you looking like you live in luxury. You chilling. It's not showing luxury, but that's what the card means. And there's somebody, Ace of Swords here. Somebody wants to come forward with their truth. We got the Lovers card. It was reverse. So it could be an ex coming back around, but it could be somebody you're totally brand new. And you're going to have to choose between two people. But there's something about this honesty. Page of Swords, Ace of Swords. Some kind of honest communications coming through. It's going to bring you some clarity. And then you'll say, okay, I know what to do. All right, I'll know what to do. Can't really tell y'all when. Can I give me a vibe? When? With the Hanged Man. Can I get an idea? Justice. Justice. That's when. When things are balancing out. They're not giving me a time period that I could really feel. But the number is 11. So it could be next 11 days. Within those days, okay? All right, that's what I got for you, my group twos. I hope that resonated. If it did, give me a thumbs up. If you are new here, remember to subscribe, join this family of light so that you can be even more accurately read. If you're just jumping in after that group, then you are most likely here for group 3. But I'm sending my group 2 so much light and love on your journey. Remember to check the description. And if you want to hang around and see if I feel like pulling some cards, if you want to send a donation in, I'll, I'm here for it. All right. Love you guys. Moving on to 3. If you were drawn to the 7 of Pentacles, loud for you, I heard patience. It's growing. All right. The 7 of Pentacles, if you see the dragon is looking at its coins and he's like, what the blood clot? I don't got that much, and dragons are attracted to hordes. So it's looking like I only see one that's ripe. But what he's ignoring, and you see cobwebs growing on him, is the ones that could be picked. He's just looking at the one that fell. What that means is that's overripe. That means that's been grown and you sat on it. You're missing some things, my group 3s. There's some things that are ready, that been ready for you to put your energy towards, but you're focused on the fact that it's not growing either in the way you want or as quickly as you want. You want it to show up. And this is my pal that I feel is 100% about to step into a new threshold with career, but you don't see it at all. In fact, your money probably looks really bad right now. And Spirit is saying like, but you got all these gems. If you would use your gifts, you'll start to see things coming in. And it doesn't even necessarily have to be like you have these magical gifts of creative talent. It could just mean your gifts of being resourceful, knowing how to make things grow quicker, how to make things happen, how to get help, whatever. But I'm here right now. Be patient. It's growing. Things are growing, but pay attention to what has already grown. Pay attention to the things you've already accomplished and done, because those things are starting to grow cobwebs, and you need to focus your energy there. The new stuff is going to come in, but when it comes in, it's going to be right on top of the stuff that you already got going on, and you don't want to be overwhelmed. Okay, my 3s, that was y'all warning. That was your advice moving forward. Okay, be patient. Focus on what you got going on. Make your to-do list. Check them off, and whatever you planted now, it's going to grow. Let it take its time. All right. So what do my 3s need to know about? Something that's about to manifest to them due to a cycle completion. What is about to manifest from my 3s? Come on, my 3s. Y'all going to be the complicated pal whose guides say we're going to put as many cards as we want out. As long as we got group 3's attention, they're going to get everything. All right. My group 3s. What is about to manifest for you due to this cycle completion? Woo, you're going to be able to see a lot of things a lot more clearly now. Eyes of the eagle, rising above the fray. You're going to start to see how original you are, how much you are not like everyone else when it comes to the things you do and how you do it. You're about to manifest recognition. People are going to be looking at you like, what is 5-3 doing? What are they up to? Whatever it is, it's amazing. Wow. Okay. You're also manifesting. We got netcaster coming through. Preparations come to fruition. Didn't I say the seeds you planted coming in? You completed a cycle where you had to be patient. So I know when you heard the word patient, you was probably like, like patience? That's not, if patience was money, I'd be a billionaire. They're letting you know like, no, just for a little bit longer, because the things you did are about to come into fruition. You're about to catch everything you dreamt of, but it's being prepared for you behind the scenes. They're like, chill out for a minute. Stranger and curiosity. Somebody is watching you. What's about to manifest due to this cycle completion is somebody you probably don't even know has become curious about you, has been watching you. All right. And may see aspects of yourself in them. This person may want to come forward. If you do know this person from your past, they're coming through completely different. Like you're going to feel like you don't know them. Okay. But this person's been watching you, and what's coming in now, what you're manifesting due to this cycle completion is everything you've been wanting to come in when it comes to, I feel, abundance, career collabs, and being able to stand out. Maybe you're in a career field where it's very competitive. You're about to stand out. Like, people are going to know like you out of the rest. And that could come down to even if it's relationship based for you, my threes. If you feel like I'm feeling somebody, but there's so many people that's feeling this person, you're about to stand out. Like, only you. All right. And what you want's going to come into fruition. All right. So let me see. How have you leveled up this week while you're entering this new vibe? This group here. Okay. And y'all got 2 cards and a third one is fighting to come out. I'm going to just take it. All right. Your group 3, whatever. So group 3, you have touching earth, planting something new. What is it with you guys and you're planting? All right. So, yeah, you're planting new things this week. So don't be in such a rush. Pay attention to the stuff you already planted. That's going to be growing. Okay. You're leveling up this week and entering a new vibe of a planting season where you're going to be just a new energy coming in, just really grounding yourself in newness. Okay. But at the same time, you have stuff that you've still done. We have timelessness here. Dance of life, circle of eternal joy. Some of you may be dancers. If not, Power 3, dancing is going to be a huge healing method for you. And I'm hearing you've leveled up into a whole energy of being able to realize what is destined for you or what is your fate and what you can control and things like that. I just feel for this pile, you might even be finding a new circle of friends coming in, people that are growing off of the new things you've planted. A lot of help coming in, collaborations. You also have divine mother, nurturing, compassion, and grace. This divine feminine energy is leading the way. You have leveled up into the energy of this divine mother. And if it doesn't matter your gender, you are walking around in the vibration of one who is nurturing, compassionate, and great, and just offers grace to everyone. And I feel that's also what you're receiving. And maybe at one point you weren't able to find that space. This is a power that's giving me, you might have been very much in your I wanted to say divine masculine, but they're giving me masculine hermit energy, like just withdrawn and just only wanting to deal with spirit because you didn't trust anything or anyone else. And now it's like that's shifting this week. All right. What else we got for my threes? Let's not be complicated. Let's be direct. My threes, I want y'all to get some direct, clear messages. Something you need to know. That's not where we are. Oh, yes, we are. No, where are you headed as a person? All right, I'm skipping questions. Where are you headed as a person in this new cycle or phase of your life? All right, group 3s. Okay. So you have Eriu. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. And Lotos. So this new energy, I would say where you're headed as a person is you're becoming one that is trusting your own judgment. I see a lot of swords coming through. It just makes me think of speaking your truth and communicating your truth. And that's what you're stepping into now. It says, believe in yourself and in your truth. Boom. Trust your judgment. Look, throat chakra stuff. So if you have trouble expressing your truth, if you've been struggling to speak your truth to somebody, you're getting, you're going to find as you step into this new energy this week that you feel more like, yeah, I can. And this is what I feel. And this is what I want. And this is what I don't want. And I'm feeling it's going to be very important for you when it comes to collaborations and business. Anything that has to do with career this week, or even for some of you, your home, where you have to set boundaries that are clear. Trust your judgment. All right. Lastly, let's get you your last bit of advice. Something you need to know right now that you may not even be thinking about. For my group 3s, something they need to know right now they may not even be thinking about. With the Queen of Dragons showing up again, but she's up right this time. The World, King of Cups, What's the last card? It was at the bottom. Page of Swords reverse. All right, there may be something you do on social media. Maybe you're on social media. What you don't realize right now, your advice moving forward is to continue. What you need to know right now, your advice from Spirit is to continue to show up on social media. For those of you that brings you income, or that is how you work or whatever, they're saying right now you are going to be seen there and listened to and heard. So yeah. Ace of Swords right under there. Just be honest and true to yourself. Some of you may even have lovers, people that are admiring you, watching your stuff you put online. That is something you don't see that's behind the scenes. So they also want you to know, yeah, however you're showing up, you're in your power right now. Look at that. Queen of the Dragons. The World. Literally, the world is about cycle completion and a new cycle beginning. And to purify and clear out the old, you require some form of getting rid of the past. So here we have fire being highlighted. King of Cups. Saw him in another group. So a lot of creative ideas, maybe even love relationships coming in at this time that spark creativity. Page of Dragons. A lot of passion coming in. Wow, that's what you need to know right now. There is a huge chance of you getting all you wish for at this time in this new cycle, as long as you do not let self-doubt get in the way. And yeah, self-doubt, not being 100% vulnerable and sharing your truth is what could block this that wants to come in for you at this time, my threes, this opportunity. And I do feel like it could bring in some prosperity. All right. That's what I got for you today, my group threes. If that resonated, please give me a thumbs up. Some kind of energy exchange here. Click that thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, remember to subscribe. Join this family of light. You know, the energy here is always pleasant. Even if somebody pops in and does something silly, like what we got, somebody put hell down. Like, come on, that's nothing. We keep it moving. You know, I don't know what people are experiencing here in their lives here. And some of them just might need to stop in for a little bit of light and keep it moving. But join us, okay? Read the description. It tells you about all the other ways that we can vibe and connect. And I am going to have some stuff coming up. I've been really focusing on my music a lot lately. It's a mission. I have to do it. It's a part of a healing process for me. But it's also something I've done for a long time. It's just now I want to use it you know, for different intent behind it now. But anyway, let me see something. Put my glasses on so I can see what's happening here. All right. If anybody wanted a card pull, just say me. I'm only going to do 3 people. Nope. Yeah, I'm only going to do 3 people because I only see 3 people still sitting here. So the first 3 people that say, yes, you would like a card pull before I sign out, I will see what this new moon in Pisces holds for you. Maybe on a more personal level. All right, in the meantime, let me get these together. All right. Worst part of it, I hate having to put all the cards away. It's so annoying. Alrighty. All right, guys. So that's what I got for you guys for today. I don't see anybody saying me. So you guys are content with the messages you received. I hope that they resonated. Sending y'all so much light and love in your journey. Peace, blessings, and all the goodies that come from being a part of this family of light. And I'll probably be live again. Well, y'all will see me on Saturday live because I got to do the weekly forecast, but it's also the spring solstice or equinox. Yeah, spring equinox. Sorry. So I'll see y'all then. Later.